and welcome to GagaKnits. I'm Anita and this is where I share my knitting, crochet and sewing. I hope you've had a nice few weeks since we spoke last. I've been working on a new project, a rug for the pod. I've had to frog a pair of socks, and I also thought I'd share a project that I started last year, but I don't think I shared with you, and I am very late to the party on this one. So let's get started. We're in the pod. I thought what better place to film because the rug I'm making is for the pod. So I am making the chunky crochet rug, and you need super chunky yarn and 11.5 to 12 millimeter hook. Now it's not designed to be felted, but I'm going to felt it. So I'm just going to make it bigger and felt it basically. I didn't go with that size hook. I did buy one, but I decided an 8 millimeter hook was better. I did slowly go down the sizes, but settled on an 8. Now, the yarn, I had to purchase some 100% wool to felt, and I went on to Wool Warehouse and bought the Yarnsmiths woolly wool. And obviously, this is 100% wool in order to be able to felt. And there's 50 meters for 50 grams. So I didn't feel that I'd ordered enough, which was a bit annoying because I added all the extras on to get to my £35 for free delivery. I bought some blocking pins and a gauge square and the crochet hook and the yarn. And then I panicked when it came. I didn't think it looked like there was enough. So I made another order, but this time I didn't add it up to £35. I thought that would be £70, a bit silly. So I just paid the postage and it was only £1.99. So actually, that's a lesson learned. I think in future, I'll just pay the postage and not spend £35. But it is lovely yarn, and I have made quite a bit of progress. I did stop and start quite a bit because I kept getting, I'm not very good with crochet and I kept getting the count wrong. But now I don't need the pattern at all because you do so many double crochet. We're doing double crochets at the moment. Although the pattern is written with American terms, it is a free pattern on Ravelry. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then you put 2 double crochets in each of these corners. And I like the shape, although mine's a bit frilly at the moment. So I started with this really nice colour, which is called Robin's Egg. And then now I'm onto the spearmint green, and I am using one of the balls from my second purchase from Wool Warehouse, so it did pay off. And then after that, I will be using the teal and then the petrol. So I'm enjoying that. Now the gap in the pod for the rug is 21 inches, and I've looked online and it says the felting process will shrink it by about 1/3. So I need to make it 28 inches wide, and then hopefully it will shrink down to 21 inches. And it doesn't really matter so much with the length because we've got plenty of length here. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. It'll be nice and thick because the reason I want it is we have laminate floors in the caravan, which can be a little bit chilly on your feet. And there's 2 metal plates where the table legs go, and we don't use the table, so they just, I know it annoys me looking at them. So I thought a nice thick felt rug along the top, and hopefully the metal plates will sort of sink into the rug and it won't be lumpy. It'll just smooth out. That's the theory. Whether it works or not, we shall see. And my second project isn't a project really because I frogged my socks, my wand socks I was making from Potter and Bloom. And I have made them before and they came out big then, so I should have known better, but I just like the pattern. And it's a 64 stitch cast on, and you only have that one size to choose from. 2.25 millimeter needle, a 4-ply yarn. And I've made it twice and ripped it back now, and then I just I feel like I've made a whole pair of socks with nothing to show for it, so I just can't face it again. I know I could have taken the size down, but I'm not very confident with doing things like that because there's a pattern in it. I'm not quite sure how many to reduce it by because the stitch count is different on different rows. So I just thought I'd leave it there and I will pick a different pattern. And the main reason I wanted to make them is because I have this lovely yarn from Ellie from Craft House Magic, and it's called Cloud Busting, and it's her 4-ply, and it's a sort of greeny on the grey blue end of green. It's a lovely colour, matches the pod, my favourite colour, and I want to make a pair of socks with them. But I'm wearing a pair of socks today. I think these are an Ellie pattern, and if you can see, there's lace work here. So I'm thinking I might, and they're a lovely fit. So I'm thinking I might just make another pair of those and use up the yarn. But because I wanted to have something with this yarn in, that's where my third project came to light, where I thought, I don't think I've even shown you this, and I am late to the party as usual. I don't usually follow the trends, but a couple of years ago, everyone was making this pattern, and it's the Cozy Memories blanket. It's a scrap blanket by Ray. So all your 4-ply scraps, and you cast on, and it's a free pattern, so I'm allowed to tell you, but you cast on 23 stitches, put a marker, stitch marker, knit another 23, and then you decrease in the middle each row or every other row, and you get a mitered square to go in your blanket. And I love the look of it. Now, I started this last year with all my little leftovers, and I quite like it because it is a memories blanket, because I can remember a lot of these yarns and what they went into. And when I first started making it, I wasn't that enamored with it because I thought the squares were quite small, and yes, I could have added more stitches, but I think I just follow the pattern. I don't usually make many amendments because, well, I'm a chicken. I just think the pattern designers know way more than me, but I should be more adventurous. I mean, when I made my little tank top with the stripes and the pattern that did the patterning and then stripes, I mean, I could do that, but that's really just, you know, that's easy. It's not actually changing stitch counts or anything, and I can lengthen or shorten. Again, not really changing too much. But anyway, I'm happy with it now. Now it's grown and I persevered. So I added the little square of the cloud busting. And I'm thinking my grandson Jack will probably want this because I've made a scrappy crocheted blanket out of 4-ply scraps, and he loves that. So maybe this one will be for him. We shall see. So I'm not making that much at the moment. I haven't got too many projects, and I don't think I've got any whips outstanding other than blankets. But they're allowed, aren't they? So they don't stress me. And that they're easy as well, because if I have a whip that's been hanging around for a long time, even if I keep notes, I can't really remember where I am, and it takes a while to kick back in to know what you're doing. So I rather not have too many. Apart from the Wool Warehouse purchases, I haven't bought anything, but I had a lovely gift from my friend Anne from the No Excuses podcast. So hi Anne, and thank you very much. She sent me 2 lengths of a very nice quality jersey fabric, and that's in the house, but I'll share that with you next time, because I have 2 t-shirts that I want to make with that fabric. So hopefully I might have made them by next time and I can share them with you. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like our little setting in the pod. Let me know what you're working on. I'll always like to hear from you. And if you have any summer sock suggestions, leave that in the comments as well. I'd be grateful. I can go and have a look at those. And all that's left to say is take care, enjoy your crafting, and see you next time. Bye.